To begin, we have Mike Lord, who will be officially welcoming us today. He is the Director of Elementary Schools in the Des Moines Public School District and also is the leader of, or the head of our steering committee that we have recently formed to really continue to build this partnership between Des Moines Public Schools and Iowa State University. So, to the floor, here he comes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, welcome. This is an outstanding opportunity for all of us to be in the same room. I've seen some familiar faces. I see a lot of new faces. That's kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to personally the next 4 to 6 hours meeting as many of you as I can. Excuse me, I'm battling a little bit of something this morning, I guess. And so when they asked me to welcome us and kick this off, I thought that was a special invite. I took it seriously to say, we have such an opportunity to take hold of this day. If you look around and think of all the power and the positions to impact students, it starts in this room. And that's where part of our steering committee has evolved to. Prior to, we didn't have such a solid steering committee, and so we started taking some steps to improve that. One other opportunity, an outstanding opportunity, is for me to put a bookend to my week. Allow me just to bring you back to what Monday was. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. prayer breakfast at Drake University. I had the opportunity to attend. And to think of how you start a week off that way, and the motivational speakers, the words that were focused on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and what he stood for, what he believed in, and how that resonates in our work today. One of the pastors that spoke, and I won't come anywhere near how he expressed it, but when he said to the students in the room, young people, education is your first expectation to open doors for your future and be our future. What a resounding phrase that was for everyone in that room. And the first thing I did was write that down because I knew where I was coming today. And I think that's such a crux of our work today. We have a need for change for our families, for our communities, and for our kids. We specifically need some support for housing, banking, loans, social, legally, financial literacy, and education. All of those areas, predominantly for our African American families, we have disproportionality. The ISU for You promise is one impactful way that we can improve two of those things, financial literacy and education. We have an obligation in this room to impact and improve the lives of our students and our children, and that starts up here at Iowa State University with the students that are going to be our future teachers, our future leaders that are coming in our buildings at Holton and King, and impacting our students, educating our students, and creating our pipeline. The other side of that is our pipeline in Des Moines Public Schools, especially at King and Holton, starts there. Our educational staff does not match what our students' background is currently. In order to create that pipeline, our future leaders, our future teachers are sitting in our classrooms. So we have to embrace that. We have to take steps forward in order to create that opportunity, in order to create that vision for those students to say, I want to be an educator. I want to be a scientist. I want to be a writer. I want to be anything I can be because I can achieve that through education. Enough about me, let's take it to the students. I took the opportunity, I have to keep going back to my book over here because I took it to the students. I was at King and Moulton this week and stopped students randomly, walking in hallways, walking in classrooms yesterday, and I asked students, what is the ISU for You promise? And I just jotted a few notes, and I think if you could picture what this sounds like coming out of students' minds. What does the ISU for You promise mean? It means I get to go to college for free, was the first one, for one student. I have to go to school, and then I get to go to Iowa State University. That was kind of cool. I get to be at Iowa State and graduate college and be the first one in my family to ever graduate college. I will learn to be a teacher or anything I want to be and have a better future for me and my little brother. And the last one was, ISU for You promise tells me that I have a chance. And so I kind of pushed on that one a little bit. That one tugged at me a little bit. I said, I have a chance. I have a chance to be better. And I said, okay, tell me more. And she says, I have a chance to be better for me and for everybody else. And that right there spoke volumes to me of why we're sitting in this room today. DMPS, Des Moines Public Schools, this promise and this contribution for our kids is another obligation for my role and our role to lead opportunities for students. And lead that opportunity for our students at Iowa State to be successful, for Iowa State to be impactful, and to be role models and models for our students coming up through. Personally, and I'll finish with this, I have a personal investment in this. Iowa State went through it. Iowa State's was a home to me for years. Wife and kids, 2 kids gone, 1 went through, another one starting next year. I look at every student in King and Moulton as my kids as well. And we have to, and I challenge every one of us in this room to do the same. Every student we come in contact, not just King and Moulton, but especially King and Moulton. I want every student to know who Lancelot and Elaine are. I want them to know what the bells of the Campanile sound like at noon. I want them to know why we don't walk across the Zodiac outside Memorial Union over there, because I didn't. I walked around it today. I've been out for a bit. I want them to know what Hilton Magic is. I want them to know where Lago Marcino Hall is. I want them to know that there's a Science Building 1 and 2, because for a while there, I couldn't find number 2. And I may or may not have been late to a test. But I also want them to know that we have adults in this world that care for every kid that we have. And I want them to know every kid has an opportunity to be what they want to be and make a decision to impact their future and take steps forward. So again, welcome today. I'm truly looking forward to the time, and I look to the program and see some great people on there and some great opportunities for us to reach out to each other, to learn from each other, and to grow from each other. But take back to those words from the Dr. Martin Luther King prayer breakfast. You know, young people, education, your first expectation to open doors for your future and for our future. So thank you. Welcome to today. It's going to be a great day. Thank you all.